It's funny how things set you off. The vet rang yesterday in the early evening to tell me that my cat's ashes had come back from being cremated. And they were very good, and it was very sensitively done, because they didn't say, "Your cat's ashes are back." They said to me, "Hi, Willow's back at the surgery." And I thought that was really lovely way of saying, my cat had come back and was ready to come home. And I know there's one or two of you out there who are in the same position. And everybody's saying, "Oh, that's tragic." And it's always tragic when you lose people and things that you love in your life. It's always a tragedy, but you can be defined by that tragedy, or you can be defined by the way you conduct yourself and try and conduct yourself with love and good heart and dignity. Sometimes it's not possible. What other people consider dignified may differ to how you consider yourself to be dignified. But all I can tell you is, if you're losing a pet in particular, or you're having to do what I had to do and take a very much loved pet to the vets, or have a pet put to sleep, is the biggest feeling that was overriding me was for my animal not to pick up the distress that I was feeling, the sadness that I was feeling, and initially the feeling of betrayal. And then I realised it wasn't betrayal, it was the greatest honour I could do for her, because I was the one that was to be trusted with ending her life, along with the vet. I was the one that was a trusted friend who wanted her to have an easy release. Seeing her in pain, seeing her struggling to eat, to go to the toilet, to do things, just simple things. She was dehydrated. Old age is not a very pleasant thing. Dreading mine. But I took a little snippet of her fur. I did that with my dog, and I did that with my cat, and I did that with my child. It's something that is something I always feel, for me, is a small, tiny piece of them to keep. It gives me comfort. It might not give anybody else comfort. Some people might find that bizarre, but I think you have to do anything that brings you a little bit of peace and comfort. It's something that I would never wish on another mother or father, really, or whatever, to lose a child, a sibling. And to lose a pet is also very hard. For those of you who aren't sentimental, you probably will think it's a load of nonsense. But I can say that, for me, the loss of Willow, little E, and the loss of my dog Tess, and was a bit of a can of worms open, because it always reminds me of the loss of my family, and recently the loss of somebody that I loved in my life. You can either say, "I'll never get over these things," or you can just take it minute by minute. Some days are easier than others, and you have to remember that that's going to be so. And when you have days where it's not easy, you have to surround yourself with the people who you know can understand and care. And sometimes that's strangers. Sometimes strangers can give you more support and care than your friends or family. I don't know why that is. Just maybe sometimes you have that in common with somebody. But remember, at the end of the day, your pet has got a perception of what's going on. And the last thing you want to do is distress your pet. Let that passing be calm and peaceful and loving, and let the last thing that they see and hear be your kindness, your honour, your strength and your love for them, and make it easier for them to say goodbye. And then, of course, go and break your heart and lean on those that you can. And it's not a pleasant place to be, so my heart is with you.